We're calling an audible for Dave Day this week with Standard Speaker Sports editor Dave Seamer. We're going to break it up into two parts, Dave. We have a lot going on with high school volleyball, nationally, local football. Dave, let's start with the World Series. Your Dodgers, you're wearing blue. They push it to a Game 7, and that's a gutsy effort. You have Justin Verlander on the mound for the Astros. He has a lead. I know it was only a 1-0 lead, but he was kind of cruising. And that bullpen, who they really suffered over the weekend, they excelled last night.
Yeah, the Dodger bullpen really stepped up when they needed it, especially in the fifth inning when the Astros get their first two runners on, have runners on second and third, nobody out. You think, well, this is the Dodger season, but somehow, some way, they were able to get through the inning. Dave Roberts with a gutsy decision to bring in Brandon Morrow after he had struggled in Sunday's game, giving up 4 consecutive hits. I thought the guy was gassed, but I guess a day off didn't do wonders for Brandon Morrow and the rest of the Dodgers because they got out of that inning and they were able to manufacture a couple runs against Justin Verlander. Chris Taylor, another big hit, a double that tied the game, and then Corey Seager hits the sacrifice fly that puts the Dodgers ahead, and then Dodger bullpen does the rest. Kenley Jansen came in, and Kente Maeda came in first, then Kenley Jansen for the last 2 innings. And if you're a baseball fan, this is what you want to see. You don't have to be a Dodger fan or an Astro fan. I think just a general baseball fan. It's just exciting baseball. Keeps you on the edge of their seat, that's for sure.
Well, Dave, if I'm an Astro or Dodger fan, this is not what I want to see. I want to see it over in 4 games. I don't like seeing good games when my teams are involved. But Game 7 tonight, so you get to enjoy as a Dodger fan. It's going to be Lance McCullers Jr. against Yu Darvish. Macy Clayton Kershaw out of the pen. I had that on my notes, and Dave, you said, wait a minute, there's someone else who might come out of that Dodger bullpen.
Well, let's see what Darvish does first. I mean, the Astros hit him hard in Game 3, so Darvish should be very well rested. This is why they obtained him in, near the trade deadline to pitch in a big-time game like this. McCullers has been clutch for the Astros throughout the postseason, especially in that Game 7 against the Yankees in the ALCS. So now you see what Darvish can do. But the guy I'm looking at, if Darvish doesn't do it, is Alex Wood. Alex Wood had a sensational season, kind of under the radar for the Dodgers this year. Won 16 games, pitched a 1-hitter in Game 4 of the World Series. So he had a great game against the Astros. So he might be a guy that could eat up a lot of innings if Darvish can't make it through today.
Dave, I guess you can do this, but I'm biased. You think this is it? The Dodgers pulled out Game 7. They've been the best home team in baseball all year, the best team in baseball all year with the record.
Oh, yeah, you're calling me a homer now, but the Astros have played well. The Astros have showed their resiliency. I'm just impressed with what they've been able to do. A lot of young players, and they're carefree and, they're loose then. They play that way. And they didn't hit the ball very well last night, but you know what happened when they didn't hit the ball in Game 1? They came back. It took a while, but they got going, and you can't keep Correa and Altuve down for long. They went 0 for 8 in Game 6. So, I think they're going to bounce back, but something just tells me it's the Dodgers year. Something just tells me.
All right, Dave. Well, we'll see what happens in Game 7 of the World Series. We're going to come back for Part 2 of Dave Day tomorrow. We're going to talk about the college football playoff and the high school football playoffs.